28. Today's word is belonging. Belonging. Meaning, belonging is knowing you are seen, known, and needed. Belonging is being part, is being together. It's what we talked about in our devotion today. It is now is I'm going to be part of a community and work with the community. Now belonging is knowing that you are seen, that you are heard, that you know you are needed. And it's so cool to feel like we're belonging. Belonging goes beyond being included. It's about feeling valued. I've seen how people change when they know they matter. When someone experiences belonging, confidence rises and isolation loses its power. Yeah, when someone experiences belonging, confidence rises and isolation loses its power. Community becomes the place of strength and not survival. And that's why we don't need to do this alone. We need to belong. One of the things that I used to do when I was a kid, and I don't know if you guys remember this, that we would, at least in recess, we would go pick teams. I talked to my grandson about this the other day, and he was saying that he plays kickball, and I asked him, I said, so when you guys pick teams, do you guys just line up and pick a person who's captain, and they start picking people? I said, I know you got to pick your best guy first, but do you ever pick the guy who is usually picked last all the time? I said, Jalen, if you get the opportunity to do that, and you're the captain, maybe somewhere 3 or 4 down, pick the guy that's least amount so that he can feel like he belongs. Watch him light up. Watch him be your friend. Watch him experience life so much better when we know that we are supposed to be, or we in part of something. Who today, think about that, can you make sure is part of your belonging circle? Part of, somebody you maybe not have called, somebody who seems to be what they call a cipher, somebody who's alone. Who needs to feel included today that you need to make that call? I want you to invite them in. Today, choose that one conversation to be fully present of somebody that you're belonging. That's another thing that people can feel so much about belonging with, is just knowing that you are present when you're with them, right? So put the phone down, eyes up, make sure that you're in connection fully when you're doing it. So promise to yourself, like I say every day, you can promise whatever you choose to promise today if you like. But today, if here's an example, help someone feel like they belong. If you can make that promise today, don't go to bed today. For our promises, I want you to make the promise. I want you to write it down. And then I don't want you to go to bed before you do that. But what if you were to find somebody that you haven't talked to in a while that you know, and you just make them feel belong, like they belong. Make them feel like they are loved. Make them feel like you want them there. Make them feel like they are part of whatever it is that you're doing at the time. And it could be so simple. It could be, hey, come to the grocery store with me if it's somebody that's close. They belong to what it is that you're doing and going. Whoever that came on here tonight, I am so grateful for you for watching this and helping me feel like I belong into your world. And so I hope that helps today. That's our word for today.